and welcome back to another new teacher vlog. Happy Monday, happy last week of school. Let's jump right into it. It is actually my last week as a teacher for a little bit. I've been holding off on sharing my maternity leave plans because nothing was official until I got a letter in the mail on Friday telling me that my request was approved. I just want to start by saying that I am so blessed with all of the options that I was presented for my maternity leave. It was far from an easy decision, but I did have some choices. Our baby is due in July, and I'm not going to go too far into detail, but we had 4 options for my leave. First, my leave could take place right away, the first 10 to 12 weeks of school, and then jump in full-time after the leave. I could also come in for a few weeks, get everybody and everything kind of settled, then go out on my leave around October-ish, come back in January. I could take a year-long leave from my position, step out of the classroom for the 2025-26 school year, or I could have just resigned from my position. Again, I'm very, very thankful that we had all of these options. We had a lot of things to consider, but we did ultimately decide that I will be taking a year-long leave from my position. I will be out of the classroom for the 2025-26 school year. I think that part of the reason why I'm not really feeling ready to share all of this is because I haven't processed it. I'm really not sure when I will. Maybe as I'm continuing to kind of pack up my classroom, maybe over the summer, probably definitely the first week back to school when everybody's coming back and I am not. But I did know that I needed to update all of you, share this current plan, and fill you in on why I will be packing up my entire classroom this week. If you've been following along recently, then you know that my entire school is getting air conditioning this summer. So everybody is in a very similar boat to me. Everybody needs to pack everything up, take everything off of the walls, and then start fresh next school year. And as far as we know, we are not guaranteed to get back into the building until that first day of the work week when we come back, the day that we have to report back to work, which you know that week is always packed full of meetings and includes virtually no classroom setup time. So I've been telling Emily that maybe I'll have to come set up her classroom this year because I won't have my own to be setting up for the next school year. But that is just a little bit of an update on, again, the current plan now that things are finalized as of Friday. I have spent the past few weeks working on wrapping up end of the year assessments, finalizing report cards. Of course, I've started packing things up around the classroom. Either way, I was going to have to do that. But this weekend, I spent a lot of time making sure that my report cards were all done. All my grades are in. And then, of course, I spent the hours working on individual comments for each student. All I have to do is just print them all off and then double check them over. So I'll be doing that. And then of course the biggest project this week is packing up this entire classroom, and I plan to take you along for the whole process. Last weekend my husband Andrew was able to come in and help me take a car full of things from the classroom. So we grabbed all my picture books, a bookshelf, some extra storage bins and things that I had. I can't remember all of it, but I was trying to just grab the things that I knew I wouldn't need for the last 2 weeks of school, but I'm also trying to pick and choose the things that I'm keeping and storing. So it's been interesting, but I was glad to have his help last weekend. He's definitely going to be coming at least one day this week to help me pack and move some more things. I did take some clips that day that he came in though, so I will insert those here, and then I'll catch up with you as I am starting to do some more work this week in the classroom. Good morning. I just got to school and I'm going to give you a little update on how things are going around the classroom. I've been doing things here and there, trying to get organized. I need to be leaving all of this through Wednesday, tomorrow, because we still are having lunch at school. So that's staying for now. And then things like the decor, I've just been hesitant to take it down because I know it's going to really change the look of the classroom. I don't really want to do that for them or for me. So I'm thinking all of this stuff can come down very quickly, either Thursday or Friday after school. Maybe I'll start doing leaving like the classroom leaders and then my birthday display, but things like the frame, this up here I'm gonna need help with, this I'm gonna need help with, and then bulletin boards I can do quickly later. This is where I keep a lot of my supplies. So I've just been like cleaning and organizing this section. Up here I have things that I know I'm going to be using the last couple days or leaving for the teacher that comes in here next. Then for the most part, this is stuff that I'm taking. I've just made sure that everything is cleaned out and labeled correctly. So this will just be very quick to pop into my wagon, put into the car. Then I went through everything down here. I have anchor charts and things. Certain things I have to leave. These I'll take, but I'm planning on probably filling those before I take them. Leaving a few writing anchor charts, math anchor charts, science resources, social studies things, and then down here I just have empty pocket charts and anchor chart paper at the bottom. So this is done and leaving all of that. This is done and leaving that. I'll just very quickly pop those into my cart like I said, the things that I'm taking. I think this is empty. I'm leaving this stuff. I'll either use it over the next couple days or leave it. Miscellaneous things. Taking these, but obviously not yet. And then down here, leaving all of this. I am leaving all my clipboards and whiteboards. And then down here, lots of extra hand sanitizer, cleaning supplies, more wipes back there. This section I think is done for the most part. Again, I'll take down all of this either Thursday or Friday after school. All of this I am leaving. Extra folders, headphones, paper, notebooks, composition books, binder organizers, file folders, binders, student supplies. In here I have my science stuff, I'm leaving all my science curriculum. I just use the online version of Mystery Science, but I have compiled a few things over the years for specific units, so I'm just leaving that. Then I have some books that I'm leaving that correlate with our units of study, so I'm leaving Magic School Bus books and just some other science books. In here I have all of my social studies units. Social studies books. I have some partner reading books up there. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with those. And then in this one, I have my reading, writing, and math curriculum, and some literacy books and resources that I need to leave here. But everything has to go on this side of the room. That side, like I said, has to be fully empty because of the air coming in this summer. Down here, I have some construction paper. We're in the middle of a project right now, so it's not looking very neat, but I'm going to leave paper and markers organized in there. I don't think I'm going to bring my privacy protectors, but that's something I'm still considering, and I have all of my indoor recess supplies in here too. I am going to leave my mailbox system. I might give it to my teammate or just leave it in the classroom, and then some of this I'm leaving as well. Obviously, I'll have to take down my bulletin boards. The library is a mess. That's a job for Thursday when Andrew can come help me. And then I'll have my doors, the Felt-Right tiles that I need to take down. This is looking like a mess, but all of that's going. This is our current project. I also have their jumbo people over here that we're currently working on. Things I'm going to offer Emily and bins that I can still pack up. Everything in this cabinet is completely empty. Same with this one. All empty. And then I'm going to take that toolbox. I still have a few things in here that I am organizing and I'll have to take or figure out what to do with it. But today, this is what I'm working on. I have always read a letter from your teacher on the first and last days of school. And this year they came out with the sweetest end of the year gift. It's a letter from your teacher on the last day of school, and it is just a mini book. Same book that I'm going to read them on the last day. I got the class set and I want to go through and write a little message for each one of my students on their book. And like I said, I think this is going to be my priority today. It is going to be really hot. I think like 87. And again, my school does not have air. I feel really good about how the classroom is looking, the progress that we're making, and I have some help coming later this week. So I think that I'm going to try to stay off my feet as much as possible, get this stuff done, and then we'll come back to the classroom stuff either tomorrow or definitely Thursday, Friday. Today is a big cleaning day. My students are cleaning out their lockers and their student bins. After today, we will only have 2 half days left. Within the process of cleaning their lockers and bins, I'm also going to have them return all of the books from my library back to my library. My sister is going to come during my plan and lunchtime to help me pack up those books and put them into my car. I'm taking some and leaving some. The library was the hardest thing for me to make a decision on what I should bring, and I haven't even really done that work yet. It just does not feel right to me for any length of time to have books in a box in my basement. I would much rather, even if it's just for next year, have them in the hands of kids. Another thing kind of weighing into my decision on this is following next year, which would be the year that I potentially come back from leave, we're going to get a new literacy curriculum, and it sounds like we're going to get text with it. So our classroom library situation would look different anyway. So that's giving me a little bit of pause as well. But with my principal, I just decided that I'm going to pack up some and take some, and then I'm also going to box some for potentially a new teacher coming into my classroom. If it's a brand new teacher, odds are they would appreciate having books. If it's not, or if they don't want them, then I'll just come pick them up in the fall, get them out of their way. So that's kind of the plan for now. She's going to come today. I'll keep you updated and film a little bit of that later. It is officially the last day of school. We have a half day today with the kids. Yesterday was actually the day that I was probably, well, of course today, but yesterday was a day that I was really dreading because I took down all of the decor around the classroom. I figured that was when things would start to feel a little bit more real, and it's definitely looking sad around here. I'm just getting the last couple things down. I also had Andrew come back yesterday, and he took down some things around the room too. I'll insert all of the clips from yesterday in here. Let me show you what it's looking like right now. I also had to leave for an appointment, so I kind of left a mess everywhere. But all of the cabinets are done on the inside, and then I just have to deal with the student center today, probably after they go, just in case we need to use a few things this morning. Bulletin boards are done until our books we've read. I need to add our last book after this morning, and then I'm going to take all of that down. Also need to take my mirror and my sign down. Took the Felt-Rite tiles off of the wall, and I still have to do this wall this morning. I have a few things that I'm still packing up. I think I'm going to pack up my whiteboard right now. Everything on there, except for our countdown, of course. But we're definitely in good shape to be leaving at the end of the morning. I had to bring this back to school. I accidentally took it home, so I'm going to read this morning. And then I also have a class family word search for them to do first thing when they walk in. It was the first thing that they did when they came to 4th grade, and now it'll be the first thing they do on the last day of 4th grade. I also brought these extra books just in case somebody around here wanted them. I had 5 extra, so I was thinking maybe one of the special ed teachers might like these for next year. Now I'm going to take my whiteboard down, take my Felt-Rite tile wall down. I have to make a copy of the word search before they come in, and then I'll probably just try to do as much cleaning up as possible, but that should be it for this morning, and then I'll check in with you at the end of the day, end of the morning because it's a half day, when we're all done. forgot to mention my kids were a huge help yesterday getting all of these little sticky things off and all the Velcro dots around on my cabinet. So I think I'm gonna ask them to help me again taking all of this off this morning. I'm sure you can tell the classroom is now officially empty. I'm going to show you around how I'm leaving everything. I had Emily come help me move the last couple things to my car. Car is full, classroom is clean and ready to be left. Saying goodbye has of course been really difficult, but I just keep reminding myself that I will be around, I will be back. Teachers, you know how many hours, years at this point, that I have spent in this classroom that has been my home away from home. So it's really hard to walk out, but I know that I have the best thing that's coming my way, and the next year will be spent taking care of him and learning how to be a mom. I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody that's been here up until now, my teaching journey. All of this I'm not considering to be over yet, but this is a really good opportunity for me to say thank you for sticking around, being here, commenting, giving me suggestions, all the messages. I really appreciate everybody that has been here for the past couple of years, and on Instagram too, of course. Again, this isn't the end, but this is a goodbye to my classroom for now. I do have my baby shower tomorrow. We'll have to set up the nursery, get ready for his arrival. I'm excited to take you along for some of that as well and see what's next. But for now, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in my next one.